Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to continue our series of videos on Packet Tracer. So if you're new here, yesterday we did inter-VLAN routing using these three PCs, each PC in its own VLAN. So VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. And we had a router where we created the sub interfaces, and then the switch where we created a trunk port to the router. So if you go into each one of these PCs, like if I go in here, you see the IP is static. Well, actually I did remove the IP. So when it's all set, okay, we're going to use the DHCP, not the static. Okay, so that's the goal of today, to create a DHCP server on the router so that it can provision the IP addresses to the PCs. Okay, so the configurations. The main configuration is already done, connectivity is already done, so we can just double check. So on the switch, we have these three fast Ethernet ports, F01, 02, 03. So each of them will go into the switch, enable, show run. You see, so this, we created access ports. Okay, so the access ports to put the VLANs in. Okay, so we created a trunk port from the switch to the router, and we allowed these VLANs in there. We didn't actually have to set that allowed statement, because by default, if you have only one trunk port in a switch, the VLANs are allowed by default, and you can only just remove the VLANs from the trunk. Okay, they are allowed. So anyways, it's all that it's working. So now everything is done on the switch end. On the router, what did we do? We created sub interfaces. If I go into the router here and the show run, so you can see on the router we created the sub interfaces. The physical interface, we put it not short so that the sub interface will always be up. So for each sub interface, we created a VLAN. Okay, so VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. So all we have to do today is to make sure that those pieces are provisioned by IP automatically. So go into configuration mode, configure terminal. So the first thing we want to do is to define what IP addresses will be excluded from the DHCP. So we know the gateway IP must be static, so it's going to be excluded. Maybe a bunch of other few IPs going to be excluded. So let's just say from IP number 1 to IP number 10 is excluded from the DHCP server from each of these VLANs. So it's going to be first thing we want to do is enable a DHCP server service DHCP. Okay, with this command, we enable a DHCP server. Now we're going to exclude the IP addresses that we don't want on the DHCP pools. So IP DHCP. Propagate DHCP excluded 192.168.10.1, 192.168.10. Let's say up to .40. Okay, so what that means is that from .1 to .40, all of those IPs are going to be static, and then anything above .40 is going to be a DHCP, so .41 and above. Okay, so enter. So let's continue the configuration for DHCP for VLAN 1 for VLAN 10. Okay, so this is about VLAN 10. So IP DHCP pool. So we're creating a DHCP pool for VLAN 10. So it's pool 10. We set a network address 192.168.10.0 245.245.0. We create a default router, which is like default gateway, so if you can call it that way. The default router is going to be the same like the gateway, 192.168.10.1. And we also create the DNS server. So DNS and this and DHCP always kind of go together. Okay. DNS server. Okay. So for VLAN 10, it's all done. Let's just go out of here and double check what we did. Show run. Alright, so we created the excluded IP range, and then we created a pool for VLAN 10. So for VLAN 10, everything is done. Okay. So we're going to do exactly the same thing for VLAN 20 and VLAN 30. So I have a cheat sheet here where I did it before just for testing. So we're going to do the same thing. If you can see my screen, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do the same thing for VLAN 20 and for VLAN 30. Okay, we're going to exclude those IP ranges. See, I already created a pool for VLAN 20 and I created a pool for VLAN 30. Okay, so all we have to do right now is just copy and paste. Copy paste in the router. Let's see if, okay, I already have here. Let's see what I copied. Okay, all right. So paste. All right, so pasted. No errors. Means everything is good. Save the configuration. Double check. All right, the DHCP pools have been created. The excluded IP ranges have been created as well. We're gonna give it some few seconds, and then we'll do a test ping from the PCs. But the first thing we want to do is maybe just ping the check if the IP, if it's receiving IP addresses, and then we'll ping their gateways. Okay, from here we're going to ping its gateway and its gateway and its gateway, and then we do a full mesh ping. Okay, so let's go in here and see it's still static, so I'm going to set it to DHCP. Okay, fair enough, we got an IP address .41, okay, 10.41. And if we do this, check the same thing here on PC on the VLAN 20, sorry. Okay, you got 20 dot. Okay, you got 20. Oh, why is it so? All right. Anyway, the IP is good, but it seems to me that I didn't. Okay, I know why. Okay, I got it. Okay, I know why, because I copied from a template. In this template, I kind of made it. I didn't make the same considerations like the other one. Okay, so it makes sense. So we got an IP here. I don't have to. So we got an IP, VLAN 20. Let's check for VLAN 30 as well. All right, so 30.1, 30.11. So let's try to do. Let's just do a full mesh ping from this PC to this PC. Okay, if it doesn't work, then we'll check the VLAN. We'll check the gateways, because if we can ping from VLAN 10 to VLAN 20, then it's all done. We don't need to ping the gateways anymore. So basically, we're going to ping 30.11 and 20 and 20.11. Okay, we're going to ping from here. Open here, command prompt. Ping 192.168.20.11. All right, that one's responding. Going to do the same thing for 30 for the VLAN 30. The first ping is always sometimes kind of. All right, so the full mesh, we can ping all the VLANs, which means our DHCP pool is working. Okay, and what else could I add here? If you want to test, because remember we set the DNS, right? We set the DNS. So just to be sure the DNS is working, we could just go in here. Let's say to this one, open the command prompt, say ns lookup DNS. Okay, so NS lookup, it actually was able to find the DNS server. Okay, 192.168.10.1, which is for VLAN VLAN 10. So if I do the same thing for this one, it's going to see the DNS server for VLAN 20, VLAN 30 as well. So this brings us to the end of our lesson today, and I want to make my videos less than 20 minutes at maximum, except maybe except I have to make the videos longer. Otherwise, I want to make the videos maybe between 10 minutes and 20 minutes. So I'm going to stop right here. And the next video is going to be, we're going to provision these PCs, these VLANs with a DHCP server, which is remote, okay? Not on the router. Okay, so it's going to be the same setup, but with remote DHCP server. And also we're going to test other servers too. So that's it for today. If you want to know how to do the same lab, or you want to try the same lab, you just go to your browser and you type on the browser netacademy.com, netacad.com, enter, and then you have to log in. Okay, I already have an account. It prompts you for an email address. If you don't have an account, you have to create one. If I log into my account, all right, all you have to do is go to resources at the top, and then you can download Packet Tracer. All right, so that's it for today, guys. So thanks very much for watching. Tomorrow we're going to continue with DHCP server that is remote. Okay, so see you next time.